Hello, everyone. Um, I just kind of wanted to do a quick video blog about my little evening this or today. Um, anyways, I've been sleeping late kind of lately. I've gotten into this stay up late and sleep late habit, and then going to work, and that's it. Well, so today I worked 1 to 11, and I got off at 11 while ago, and it's now 1:30 in the a.m. and I don't ever do this. Back in my wild days, I used to do stuff, but it didn't just involve Mickey D's, if you know what I mean. It involved, never mind. So, I decided, I'm starving. I know I'm gonna be up for a little while, so do I really want to get in the car and go to Taco Bell or McDonald's? Because that's, or Whataburger. That's the only three places I got to choose from, at this time of hour. So I was like, Corey's broke. Let's go to Mickey D's. So, and I've got to sneak out of the house because, not that my mom would care, I just don't want to wake her. So I sneak out of the house, and I can't take my truck because my truck will wake the entire neighborhood. I take her SUV, the Trailblazer, and I go into town. Well, I put my music on, and I'm actually kind of enjoying myself. It's a good little trip going over to Mickey D's from my house, since from where I live. Well, I get there, order, turn out, start eating my fries. They're the best in the world. Everybody already knows that, and so I was just shuffling them in, driving, listening to my music, no worries. All of a sudden, I live on the south part of Nacogdoches. And for those who I know I've got friends in New York and Michigan and everything that if y'all do watch these, y'all not going to get this, but that's okay. You're going to get the general idea. I was heading south on North Street, and I stopped at the red light where Power Street and King Street is. The red lights are 10 feet apart. I hate them. Never have liked them. I think they're stupid, but that's just Nacogdoches. So I'm sitting there, still eating my fries, not paying attention to nothing. And there ain't nobody. Nobody's in town. Nobody. I see some headlights coming up behind me from Gown Chevrolet, but I didn't pay any attention to who it was or whatever. And I was on the outside line. They were on the inside line, and so all of a sudden the other green light, 10 feet away, turns green, but mine is still red. I wasn't paying attention, and I gunned it. So all of a sudden, I just put my foot on the pedal. There goes the sirens, and I'm like, crap. There goes my clean record again. I just got my last ticket off, from 3 years ago, and back in March, and so I have a clean driving record, and I'm like, no. Dadgum, you McDonald's, why did I have to do this? Anyway, so I pulled into Brennan Center where I used to work. Pulled in, rolled my window down. Hello, officer. Hello. And nobody enjoys getting pulled over. Never. I've never seen anybody get, oh yeah, they just strike up a conversation. No. But this was actually the most amazing police officer. I didn't even catch his name. I wish I could have. I would have called and said, he's the best. Y'all need to award him somehow. Not because he didn't give me a ticket. He gave me a warning. But I'm not, giving him, 5 stars here because he didn't give me a ticket. And I deserved it. But it was the fact that he was just so unintimidating. You know how the police officers, they got a head the size this big, and they think that their stuff don't stink, and I'm like, I can't stand it because I have a neighbor that's like that. He just thinks that the whole world revolves around him and blah blah blah. He's a constable. I don't like people like that, and I don't get along with them either. And if I ever was confronted with him, I'd end up going to jail. I'll ask for forgiveness later. But I digress. So, anyways, he's just asking me routine questions, can I see your license? Sure, and then he noticed I had a new wallet, and it was the kind, where you have to pull the license out, and I was like, at first I was like, do you want me to take it out? He goes, yeah. He said, I don't want to drop it in your vehicle, or whatever. And he said, I know it's hard. He said, please forgive me. And I was like, no, it's okay. I don't care. Just, I know I ain't got nothing to hide. So I gave him my license, and he said, where's your insurance? And I was like, oh yeah. So I reach in the glove compartment. Mind you, I'm in my mother's Trailblazer. Okay, even though I drive it more than anybody, and I always keep everything up. I keep her vehicle way more than I do my own truck. I grabbed the little holder it's a little Velcro holder that we keep our license in, our insurance in, and I handed it to him. I don't think a thing of it. And sure enough, he said, got one more recent? I said, huh? So I looked at it, and I was like, oh man, you gotta be kidding me. It expired in March 23rd. And so I'm like, officer, I'm telling you, I've got insurance. I pay it every month. And trust me, I can't help. I know I pay it because it's a huge chunk of my money. And then he was like, well, how much do you pay? I was like, even though I thought that was an odd question for a police officer, I was like, I pay almost $200 a month for 2 vehicles. And he was like, dead gum, and I was like, yeah, and here I am. I have a, clean driving record, but, that's just the way it goes. So, anyways, I was like, trust me, I have one, and he said, don't worry about it. He said, I'll go check it, in the car here. Just sit tight. It's okay. I got to check your driver's license anyways. I was like, okay, all right. So he said, just see if you can find it. If you don't, I'll verify it. And I'm like, well, at least I know he'll verify because I know I have it. So, anyways, of course I find it right as soon as he walks off. And I'm like, oh, there we go. So I go ahead and put it in the sleeve. And I said, here you go, officer. I said, I found it. And he said, okay. He said, it was just me and you at the red light. Why don't you pay a little bit more attention? He said, you look like you're enjoying your McDonald's. Have you been drinking? I said, I gave the mess up 3 years ago. Don't want nothing to do with it. And he said, good for you. He said, so you haven't? No. So he said, okay, well, enjoy your McDonald's first. Drive safe. Get home. Have a nice night. Da-da-da-da-da. I said, thank you, officer. Any questions? No. What would I have questions on? I mean, why didn't you give me a ticket? I mean, come on. So, I rolled up my window, I put it in park, and I drifted. So, and the rest of the way home, the whole scene kept rolling around, and I finally just turned my music off. I was like, I can't get this out of my head that, I'm not usually lucky enough to just get a warning, I'm not one of those kind of people, that can just roll away with a warning, So, anyways, but that's my early in the AM Mickey D drive that I never do. That's the first time I've done that as far as, when I get home at 11 o'clock, that's it. But the last time I went out late, meaning after midnight, to go either get something to eat, or even back then when I used to go sneak out to go partying or something, it's been at least 7 years since I did that. It kind of felt weird, but hey, I was hungry. I didn't want to wake my mother in the kitchen, so that's one reason why I'm really kind of excited to get my own place. Actually, I guess while I'm doing a video blog, I can go ahead and tell everybody I'm making plans to get my own place. Actually, tomorrow, even though I've got a little damage control to take care of, I am going to be I'm going to go look around at some apartments. Now, I can't really consider moving into my own apartment until probably around my birthday, around mid-October. But it's, something to look forward to. But I've got enough in my hands right now. I've got to, I'm starting school, as everybody knows, July 30th. That's the first day of school. So I'm going to have that on my hands. And then, I actually get a week off in October. So maybe I might end up moving in that week off, as far as that goes. I have another problem on my hand, though. Um, I may end up needing back surgery. Actually, there's no need. I know I need back surgery. We don't know how many herniated discs I actually have. And the reason I say that is because we haven't done an MRI on my thoracic or um, the top or middle part of my spine. I can't remember the name. Cervical and thoracic spine. I've only had my lumbar, and that was 3 herniated discs there. So, yeah, I don't really know what we're gonna do, but I am talking to back and forth with a consultant agency about seeing about some help. And it's invasive surgery. It's laser surgery, but I'm gonna have to have it 3 different times because of the 3 different levels of my spine. And so obviously we're going to start with my lumbar because I already have an MRI that they can look at that's only 6 months old. And I'm really hoping that I'm a candidate for the program so that I can get rid of my pain. And one day when I have kids of my own and a wife and everything, I can go out in the yard and play with my kids and be able physically to do it, and not even if I was physically able, not be in pain to do it. So, because I'm really afraid that it's degenerating to the point where I'm afraid that one day I may end up in a wheelchair. I mean, my condition is really progressing a lot faster than I ever thought it would. I mean, I was shocked as it was when I found out I even had a herniated disc, and that was January of this year. So I mean, I was 28 years old whenever I found out. It was a hard blow. I kind of had a little bit of a mental breakdown, being hurt that early in life, but life goes on. It's not like I lost a limb or something, but it's just the fact that I have a bad back early in life, and your back is it's the spine, it's it's the backbone that holds you up, So, anyways, I'm hoping for the best. I'll keep everybody informed, but everything else I'm really looking forward to. So, anyways, this is probably by far the longest. I said it would be a quick video blog. It's actually 12 minutes and 34 seconds now, so I'll let everybody go. And if you have any suggestions or comments, let me know. Until then, I'll see you next time. Love you guys. And can't make it stop.